Here we go. Netflix Geeked. Let's see what they have to show.
Each week.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mari Takahashi.
And I'm Jeff Keighley. Welcome to Netflix Geeked Week.
Yes.
The sequel, right?
The sequel.
Our second year doing this.
Geeked Week 2022, baby. It's great to be back here with you, Jeff.
I know, it was just a year ago. I feel like we were at Summer Game Fest with our good buddy Rahul, just talking about
that's right.
Netflix gaming shows. This year, though, we've also got Netflix games, and I'm thrilled to have Netflix as part of the Summer Game Fest this year. So shout out to everyone watching on the Game Awards channel right now.
And also to everyone co-streaming on Twitch.
That's right. It's not just about me. It's about everyone in the community who's here for the big breaking news.
That's right. All week long, Netflix has been dropping trailers and big news about series and movies. But today, it is all about the thing that we love. It's all about games, baby.
That's right, Mari. And you know, last year when we were here, it was just shows based on games. But today, we'll also be announcing some games based on shows. You guys with us? Plus, some well-loved mobile games are coming to Netflix, and some brand new games from developers like Devolver Digital. It's so awesome to see Netflix in the gaming business, so shows, games, everything you want about Netflix and games right here today. Which is a lot to unpack. This is the very first time we get to cover Netflix games and this incredible lineup. There's so much, Jeff. So are we gonna start with a game or a show? That's a good question. We're announcing a brand new series based on a massively popular video game, which doesn't give you a lot, but I'm sure you'll tell us what we're talking about. I know, it could just be about anything, but it is a world exclusive trailer. You know I love those. Check this out.
All right. Notification posted on Twitter. Now we're ready.
We're in.
Dragon Age Absolution. This is exciting because everyone's been awaiting the next Dragon Age game. I think we announced it at the Game Awards like 3-4 years ago. And while we wait for the game, now we get an incredible new show, and it looks amazing. I'm curious about how it fits together, but it's called Dragon Age Absolution. Yeah, I played Inquisition, and I remember, I mean, there's so much lore when it comes to Dragon Age, right? And so I'm really excited where, like you said, where we're gonna be plopped in and how all of that lore is going to be kind of spoon-fed to me, because I feel like it's just the best pieces of it, and we're gonna get all of those. And it's been, I think, quite a while since we've had new Dragon Age lore. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a game, even though one is in development, so it's great that we're getting this ahead of, I think, the game even. I mean, with Dragon Age, there's elves and mages and Kunari, and it's really cool to expand on the Dragon Age series. Absolutely, and it looks great. That was a nice surprise. I didn't even know that was coming, so great news. And that's not all. Here's a closer look at the brand new poster for the show that we are premiering here on Geeked Week. Check it out. Who is she? I know. Yeah. That's what's cool is I love now that I think game companies and Netflix, everyone are thinking about this stuff holistically and kind of introducing like lore and characters, sometimes in an anime or a comic book, before the game. Hopefully it somehow ties in, but yeah, I have no idea who that. Hopefully it's a new character that maybe we'll get to meet in the game, but first in the series. I want to know what class she is. She looks like she might be an elf, but who knows? What's her name? Yeah, what's her name? What's her backstory? These are all the things we're probably not going to get answers to today, but I am very excited to learn more. And I gotta say, the series looks incredible. Yeah, I love the animation style too.
Everyone, don't miss the rich lore and world building of Dragon Age Absolution.
That's right.
Goodness.
We are going to keep our eyes on that. That was a nice surprise, a big way to kick off Geeked Week Gaming. And if you want to rewatch that gorgeous trailer, we just put it up on Twitter at Netflix Geeked.
This next series is sure to be are you ready?
Yep.
Hit!
Oh.
Yes.
We're talking about Tekken Bloodline. Oh my God.
Ooh, I love that it ends with King. So cool.
Tekken, I gotta say, when I was a kid growing up in Canada, I loved playing Tekken in the arcades and then on PlayStation. This is such a classic fighting franchise. It's been a few years since we've had a new Tekken, but now this iconic fighting game franchise is now in anime, coming to Netflix, and it is sure to please old and new fans alike.
Yeah, I mean, again, the animation style is so interesting. Today, we have a special treat for Tekken fans, a message from creator Katsuhiro Hirata. I'm so excited to see it. Let's roll it.
Gameplay?
こんにちは、バンダイナムコで、鉄拳プロジェクト、もう27年ぐらい、ずっとチーフプロデューサー、チームリーダーやっております、原田です。よろしくお願いします。これからですね、鉄拳ブラッドラインの初公開クリップをこのギークドウィークで皆さんに初めて公開したいなと思っているんですけども、原作でも実はもう
I haven't played Tekken in a long time. Like Jeff said, back on PlayStation, I don't know what Tekken that was, but it was not one of the latest ones. It's been a long time. 20 years, no more than 20 years. 25 years maybe?
ということですけど、もう本当に僕から風間仁には一言、いつもひどい目に遭わせててごめんなさいって感じですね。はい。鉄拳シリーズも結構長く続いてるんですけど、実はですね、ビデオゲーム界、このビデオゲームという世界が始まって以来、最も長く続くストーリーというギネス記録を鉄拳は持ってます。そんな壮大なストーリーの鉄拳なんですけども、それが今回初めて、こういうシリーズのアニメ化されるというところで、きっと原作ファン、そして初めて見る人にも、なるほどこういう話なんだと、なるほどこういうことがあったんだっていうふうにいろんな発見があるものになっていると思いますので、はい、皆さん、Netflix の、鉄拳ブラッドライン、皆さん楽しみにしててください。鉄拳プロジェクトの原田でした。
That was so cool. Harada, I mean, that's Mr. Tekken. So to have him,
Yeah.
that's what I love about all this stuff that Netflix does is Harada's directly involved, as you can see, in building this out and partnering with Netflix to make a Tekken story, which, again, I wouldn't have guessed a Tekken anime would be on the menu, but it looks incredible.
I mean, like you said, it's for the fans from the source itself, which makes it so much better. Cool fighting, of course, I think that's all going to be implemented, but it sounds like there's going to be so much more depth to the story. We're going to really get to see Jin and his mother, Jun's sort of relationship and what all of that means for the entire series itself. Very excited.
I was gonna say, and I'm sure there's gonna be some incredible action as we would expect, and it is so cool to see Harada-san. Good to see you, my friend. Hope he's also working on another Tekken game, but he is an icon in the fighting game community and a badass in his own right, a legendary personality, and of course, legendary sunglasses, legendary outfits. Harada always shows up with style.
Yeah, where can we get the Harada glasses, huh?
I was gonna say, we should end the show in our Harada glasses.
We should. Be sure to head over to Twitter for more Tekken news at Netflix Geeked to stay on top of it.
And for all things anime, you know what to do. Smash that follow button on Twitter for Netflix Anime.
So if you didn't know, over the last year, Netflix has started including a bunch of great mobile games as part of your membership.
That's right. This is a brand new thing Netflix introduced late last year, and there are no ads, no microtransactions, and a huge variety of games that are constantly being updated for everyone who's a Netflix subscriber, no additional cost.
Here's a taste of the games you can find right now.
Well, no microtransactions. That's nice. That's nice. I approve.
want that as my theme song. I love that
It's
music.
so good. It's so diverse, and I feel like my Netflix homepage in general looks that diverse too with the stuff that I watch, and to see that reflected in the games, that's really cool.
To start, we have a few based off of some of the most popular Netflix series.
Our first one is coming to you straight from the fold.
There are no others like us, and there never will be.
You have no idea how much larger a role you have to play.
And that's loud.
There we go.
That's right, Shadow and Bone is getting a game, y'all.
Shadow and Bone Destinies is a narrative RPG with roguelike elements based on the beloved show based on Lee Bardugo's books.
In this game, you play as your favorite characters and journey across the world of the Grishaverse in a narrative adventure to fulfill your destinies. Ooh, chills.
Along the way, you'll need to make decisions that will determine the course of your journey. It's being created by Chimera Entertainment.
And we actually learned on Monday that the production has officially wrapped on season 2 of the show. So, Shadow and Bone fans, we are eating good this year.
Whether you're a Darklina stan or a Melina Supremacy, whatever that means, be sure to follow Netflix Geeked on Instagram.
Okay, so Jeff, you were saying that there's a wide variety of games on Netflix, which is true. And I got a look at your second game today, and yeah, I think this is exactly for you. They finally made a game for your personal favorite Netflix show.
Nailed it.
Jeff, I'm very excited.
What? Too hot to handle. Oh my God. Coming from developer Nanobit, based off the hit, that's right, hit Netflix reality show. It is, you're right, Mari, Too Hot to Handle the game.
See, finally, Jeff, they've been listening to you.
The Twitch chat, I'm sure, is just, I can't even imagine what's going off now in the chat, guys. But here you go, Too Hot to Handle. This is actual real game. It is coming to Netflix.
That's right, and just like Too Hot to Handle, the series, expect
Jeff
the game to feature
knows
lots
us.
of innuendos and
It's funny.
fun plot twists, and of course, romance.
I'm just mesmerized watching the dialogue go off here. Select your outfit. Oh my God.
Uh-huh. The game follows the TV show rules, and the player's goal is to find the best partner by going through episodes and making their own decisions. Basically their own season. How fun is that?
Yeah, she's talking about how she sells real estate. I'm reading all the dialogue here as we go on. So, wait, she blushes? How about you, gorgeous? I didn't catch your name. Maybe we should just read the B-roll of Too Hot to Handle for the rest of the show. Anyways, I'm definitely not getting the prize money, I don't think, but I'll try. Yeah, again, out of all the games that are being announced today, I will tell you, walking in this door this morning, I did not expect to see a Too Hot to Handle game. All right, well, the show is absolutely insane if you haven't seen it, so if you want to dive in while you wait for the game, Too Hot to Handle is on Netflix, the first 3 seasons right now.
Okay, Jeff, I don't know about you.
Will we recover from that, Mari?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's ever recovering from that.
Season 4.
Season 4.
And
Get this guy on the show.
All right, well, so now we gotta, where do we go from there, right?
We're pivoting. We are pivoting straight to some badass action.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but my Netflix list is this conglomeration of the Too Hot to Handles, you know, the reality TV shows, and then also like epic, awesome, badass stories. So, yeah, of course we're gonna be talking about that next.
Okay, well, we've got some epic stories and even more epic games like our next one, La Casa de Papel. This show is a global phenomenon, and now Netflix has partnered with the developer Killisoft to put you behind the mask.
Ooh, intriguing. This is an adventure game featuring an original standalone story set in the La Casa de Papel universe.
It's got a cool cel-shaded look. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Neat.
Are you ready to sneak by cameras, crawl through vents, hack security systems, and silently knock out your enemies to pull off the world's biggest heist?
Metal Gear Papel, right?
That's right.
This is a huge international phenomenon, this show, and it's so cool. Again, it's just like, this is a real adaptation, and I think it's a very stylized take on this game, right? And I was like joking, like Metal Gear, it's like, obviously it's a very action-oriented heist sort of game, and this is, you know, feels very strategic too in how you go through it. So it looks like they've got safe cracking and everything.
That's right, safe cracking, lock-picking mini games, shooting sequences, and of course, the heist going awry.
Anything can happen.
That's right. I don't know how they do it so quietly. I just feel like I would make so much
Like every
noise in
game,
the
those
vent.
gotta have some kind of vent, right?
Yeah, you gotta have the vent system.
Vent crawl.
There's all of this and much, much more in the game based on La Casa de Papel.
Now, speaking of classic Netflix shows over the past few years, we all remember when The Queen's Gambit inspired a chess revolution.
That's right. Everyone was watching that show, and then everyone was playing chess.
What?
Chess isn't always competitive. Chess can also be beautiful.
Now you can enter Beth Harmon's world because there's a new game coming out from developer Ripstone, inspired by the Queen's Gambit series.
That's right, and it's not just a chess board. We have the first ever look at the trailer for the game. Let's check it out.
This game serves as a love letter to the series. You can really see it with the aesthetics already. You can play competitors online like we just mentioned, or you can play against characters from the series in beautiful settings. That's probably how we would play, right? Not online, but just
Beautiful, relaxing game of chess. You can learn chess with Mr. Scheibel, compete with Borgov, or challenge Beth to matches, speaking of lovely locations, in the park.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at all these locations. You can play in Beth's house as her career grows.
Of course, yeah, Beth's house, that's the way to do it. Also, apparently you can go to the orphanage where Beth learned how to play chess. Fun fact.
And how about Las Vegas? Because that's where she ultimately faced her test.
Little Vegas chess game at the bar, sure.
Yeah, and plus, there's tons of puzzles and challenges to keep your skills nice and sharp.
Check.
Checkmate.
Check it out. If you want more info on how to play the Queen's Gambit, check out Netflix Geeked on Instagram.
Oh, I'm excited for this next one.
Oh my God, last year we had so much fun
Go for
talking
it.
about this, and
Yes.
now it's back for another
That's
season.
right. Next up, we have a show based on a game, based on some old-timey cartoons, if that gives you a little bit of a hint.
And it's a knockout!
Yeah.
If you're looking for fun, yes, we're looking for fun. Welcome to the Cuphead. Welcome to the Cuphead. Welcome to the Cuphead show.
Oh, get that cup. Head? Oh, shut up.
The Cuphead show, oh my God, this is honestly one of my favorite shows
Yes.
on Netflix. I love the game. The new DLC, Delicious Last Course, is actually coming out later this month. We just showed some stuff off in Summer Game Fest for that. But this show is so fun because the characters actually have voices. Cuphead is always getting Mugman into trouble, and it's so delightful, and I love that they're little snackable episodes. They're like 10 minutes long. I have so much fun watching these.
And there's nostalgia in the way that it is animated, of course, but it's also fresh. Gosh, it is so good. And the music is so good. Oh, yeah, I
No, it's like
say enough
it
good
brings
things.
so much more to the Cuphead lore. And when you play Delicious Last Course, I think it's going to mean that much more to you now because we've watched these episodes. The thing also is that Cuphead is a very difficult game, so I kind of like that you can just watch this show and not have to worry about dying every 15 seconds.
True, true. But the same amount of screaming as me playing the game.
Screams of joy, though.
Screams of
laughter,
joy
right?
and laughter, yeah.
Now, if you guys love the Cuphead show like me and like Mari, well, get ready to double down. Check this out.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, fellas, I'm sorry I got you tossed in the Hooskow.
The Slammer. The Crowbar Hotel.
The Stony Lonesome.
The Convict Condo.
The old Hooba Dooba.
I'm here for the soul. Let's make it snappy.
Fat chance.
Wait!
Now let's scram and catch that picture show. We're shoving off.
La-di-da. Who's the host with the most? You are, you handsome devil.
Bite your tongue, or me sword will bite it for ye.
Well, you can bite it or I can bite it, but either way, it's gonna get bit.
Let me introduce you to some friends.
We're a couple of hot tomatoes. Mum's the word. It's a
secret. Here goes nothing.
Gee, whoopsie, damn.
Spill the beans? We're just a couple of dum-dums. Sip it, ding-dong. She don't gotta know we're a couple of dum-dums. Oh, nuts.
That was swell.
Neat! Ah, banana royal.
What incarnation?
Dynamite. Beat it.
Jesus, boys, it's the cops.
Toodaloo.
Hello, fellas. Toodaloo.
There we go.
Yes.
August 19th. I think that's an announcement of the
Looked
Cuphead show.
nice.
And I love that Miss Chalice was in that clip because she's the new playable character in the DLC that's coming out in a couple weeks.
And we were left off with season 1 being like, what else happens with her?
Yes.
What's gonna happen? Oh my goodness. Yeah, and we saw some return characters in there as well. Yeah, the voices are so good.
No, I said that, like, those characters, you play the game and you don't really think about what they sound like in real life. And then last year we first met the characters and we heard their voice, I'm like, it's just so perfect. It's exactly how you'd want them to sound. They have so much fun with each other. And yeah, the fact that we got the first season earlier this year and now the next batch of episodes coming in August, yeah, I'm so excited with it. It's so authentic, as you said. Like, this is exactly what I want Netflix to be doing more of, is adding lore to these gaming worlds, and Cuphead itself is such an amazing series. So yeah,
Yep.
very exciting.
And if you're anything like us and you're craving some more throwback animation, old-timey music, truly just demented adventures, the Cuphead show is streaming right now on Netflix with more episodes on the way this summer.
That's right, August. All right, that's one of the biggest announcements of this show for me. And stick around because later today, the cast and showrunners are doing a table read for a brand new episode of the Cuphead show right here on Geeked Week.
So fun.
Oh.
All I want to hear is more of roll the dice.
Oh, roll the dice.
Netflix has been partnering with some of the best indie devs out there, and we're going to give you an exclusive look at 3 new titles.
All right, first up, I mentioned earlier indie games. This is one that I'm very, very excited about. It's called Lucky Luna, and it comes from Snowman, who you may know as the company behind games like Alto's Odyssey and Skate City. Let's see what they've got. This is a beautiful, original, brand new game for Netflix. Check it out.
Not too bad, I guess.
So perfect, and this is what I want more from Netflix, is completely original games. Looks tons of fun, has that old school feel to it.
Yeah,
it
that
feels like.
8-bit vibe.
I'm very, very excited this is going to be coming to Netflix and that we got to announce it.
Yeah, and a little bit more about it. It is a journey written in the stars.
Hidden dungeons, mythical temples, mysteries of the past. That all kind of qualifies any game to be on my list of something I want to play.
The story is inspired by a Japanese folktale called The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. Over 1,000 years later, it's a game which is so awesome. My dad used to talk to me about this story. It was like
Really?
a
The
bedtime
bamboo cutter?
story. Yeah. I'm assuming it's the princess who is part of the moon. Like she's one of the moon people who came to Earth, and she was found in a bamboo by the bamboo cutter.
Wow.
This is all, I'm piecing it together now. It's a beautiful story.
You're like
It's
an
really
expert
gorgeous.
on the bamboo cutter story.
Well, I don't know. I'm an expert only if my dad said the story right, and if I was listening correctly as a kid.
He wouldn't lead you astray. Yeah, I love though is this is something that's not like there's already an anime of this on Netflix and now they're making a game of it. Like this is a completely original experience, and it's a vertical platformer without a jump button. Keep that in mind. So you're swiping to move Luna as she plunges deeper and deeper through ancient temples and lost ruins, which is a genius way to adapt the usual console kind of side-scrolling gameplay. It's got a story mode, special challenge rooms, and an expansive world, but you have to stay focused to avoid traps, dodge enemies, and collect pearls. That's what all those little white things are.
Gotcha. An endless mode has players competing on leaderboards to collect the most pearls or see who makes it the furthest in each of the game's various levels.
Lucky Luna, very excited to announce this, and it's coming this summer only on Netflix. Exclusive independent game from an acclaimed developer. As I said, I want to see more of this from Netflix, and I'm very excited that we got to announce this and that people get to play it this summer.
Have you ever wished you could explore your dreams and memories?
No.
Never? Yeah, it's kind of terrifying.
Dark. What about your nightmares? Yes.
Yes.
Desta, The Memories Between, is a turn-based strategy game that's a mix of Into the Breach Hades, Inception, and Dodgeball. Those are 4 things I would not think necessarily fit together.
Yeah, no, especially the last one.
Yeah, Hades, Dodgeball, Inception.
Yeah,
Into
what
the
are we
Breach.
talking about? Well, in this, you overcome broken relationships and a tragic family event all through the medium of a surreal and exciting ball game.
This comes from a really acclaimed developer in London, Us2. Dan Gray is one of the guys there. I know him well. I've visited that studio, and these guys have done a lot of really acclaimed independent games. And here's, again, a brand new game, which, as we heard in the description, is just like unlike anything else out there. Desta, the memories between.
I'm a sucker for isometric viewpoints in games, and just, like you said, really unexpected things that's mashed together.
And you said isometric, these guys did Monument Valley, which was such, classic, incredible
that makes
indie
sense.
game. It had that cool, everyone remembers that game a couple years ago and the sequels, and now they've gone on to do a bunch of other really interesting, unique games. This is another one, which is, fully original story, made by an acclaimed indie developer and coming to Netflix. Desta, the memories between, has a roguelike structure, so the enemies and the abilities change from run to run, so it's kind of infinitely replayable in that way.
Be sure to check out this game when it launches later this year.
But it's not only for Netflix.
All right, I feel like indie game cred does not get any better than this one, Jeff.
Oh, wow, you're setting up something pretty big here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at some games that are coming to Netflix from the one and only Devolver Digital.
Devolver
Oh,
has
no.
an incredible eye for stylish, exciting games across all genres.
They absolutely do. They always have fun, crazy, unexpected games, as you said. And now we have not 1, not 2, but 3 games coming to Netflix from Devolver.
First up, it is Reigns: 3 Kingdoms.
The original Reigns took off as a game that could be described as Tinder for monarchs.
I love
Sure,
that.
I'll go with that. You run your own kingdom, making tough decisions that have rewards and consequences, meeting other characters who can change your destiny with merely a swipe.
I mean, isn't that what you're doing with Tinder?
There you go. Also coming from Devolver, we have Terra Nil, the strategy city building game with an emphasis on the climate crisis. This is nice to see, right?
Yeah.
In Terra Nil, it's your job to turn a barren wasteland into an ecological paradise with flora, fauna, wind turbines, and, wait for it, water pumps.
Water pumps. We love our water pumps. Each piece of land you turn into a lush paradise will give you points.
Well, that's just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, warms my heart. And once you've successfully saved the environment, thank you, you turn the remaining buildings into an airship to leave the beautiful wilds to nature.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't
That's
expect that, right?
altruistic.
I feel like we're kind of spoiling the game, aren't we?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a lofty goal to want
get to your
attain.
airship?
Yeah. And then to beautify it, and then to be like, you know what? You're better off without me.
When we say airship, do you think
gosh.
that's like a big blimp that you get to take off in? Or do you think it's like
No, I'm thinking like
spaceship, like SpaceX rocket?
probably more that, and it's probably not steampunky if
Yeah.
we've got wind turbines and things like this.
True. See, these are all the things we're gonna have to find out in Terra Nil.
And then finally, from the creator of the award-winning Downwell, it's Poinpy.
Poinpy. I think this might be my favorite name for a video game of the year so far.
Poinpy.
Poinpy. I mean, just love to say it. Poinpy. Everyone in chat right now, Poinpy.
Poinpy. Poinpy.
Type it.
Hashtag Poinpy.
That's right, exactly.
I mean, get ready to dodge adorable baddies and feed the blue beast. Yes, the blue beast that's hot on your heels.
That's all coming in Poinpy. We have the first official look at Poinpy. Big exclusive for you. Let's check it out.
Know that the beast was gonna be so cute.
This is a beast. Poinpy, what is Poinpy? Is Poinpy the character, do we think?
I think Poinpy might be the character.
Is that like
blue
a
beast
class
is
of character? Like is Poinpy a specific character? You think Poinpy is like a species?
Oh, a species.
If you look at
or a
that, look at that art.
character?
I'm like, it's unclear to me. Who are they? All are they Poinpies? That's like the plural of a point.
I feel like Poinpy must be the character. I mean, it's got a hat and stuff. You know, it's an established person knows it.
Individual eye. That's Poinpy. There's
Right.
only one Poinpy.
There's
in
only
the
one
world.
Poinpy, or is it? I don't know. Many Poinpy. Feed the beast, though, and then it being a cat. I feel like most pet owners would be like, yeah, I need to feed the beast.
There's a lot of Point P. We need the Point P wiki. Can someone start that up right now and start to figure this out? I can tell you, this game, I'm sure, is going to be very addictive. The more you play, you keep going higher and higher up in the world, and the game, of course, gets harder and harder.
I like the first one they announced. The other two,
across randomly generated areas filled with creatures and special abilities, plus puzzle mode and endless mode, and even more.
It looks absolutely great, though, and tons of fun. And here's the big announcement. Drum roll, please. Point P is available right now.
That's right. Surprise.
Shadow drop.
Netflix members around the world can play it today. Just open up your Netflix app on your phone and search for Point P to download it and play it right now.
The Summer Game Fest sensation, Point P.
Point P.
Download and play now. That's so fun. And that's what I love about, Netflix is this stuff is launching all the time and their new games constantly showing up in the app as surprises.
Yep, that's right. To say that Dota has taken the gaming world by storm over the past 2 decades is a massive understatement. Jeff, you've been to the International, right?
I have a couple times. I went to the first International that was actually in Germany back in the day, and then I've been a couple times up to the International when they did the Key Arena, which is now Climate Pledge up in Seattle, and it's such a sensation. I love, all the amazing teams that have come a part of it, and even last year we had a couple of Dota teams that were nominated at the Game Awards from Ukraine, of all places. It's a truly global game and such a phenomenon. Valve's done an amazing job with it.
So exciting being in an esports arena.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Yeah, and Dota, people love the lore and the characters, and the game has an absolutely massive fan base. And the lore has been brought to life in the original series, Dota Dragon's Blood.
Free yourself. Your time has come.
I totally forgot about this game.
Yep, this was when this first season came out a little while ago, and Dota fans were eating good, and I understand we have something special for the Dota fans right now. I believe I've been targeted. All right,
I'm sure it's nothing personal.
The arrow is headed right in my direction if I don't release all the details right now on Dota Dragon's Blood, which is set in a fantasy world of magic and mysticism. The story follows a dragon knight, Davion, who hunts and slays dragons to make the world a safer place. Is it a safer place if there are fewer dragons in the world?
I don't know.
I'm not sure that's necessarily true, right?
And not if you ask the dragons.
Exactly. I say we need more dragons in this world. Anyways.
Based on the Valve video game Dota 2, Season 3 of Dragon's Blood is coming to Netflix on
August 11th.
Oh, that's exciting. So
August 11th.
For Dota, we've got lots of cool stuff happening in August with the Cuphead show. But right now, we've got Point P. Have you guys finished your Point P download? I was going to say, it is available right now. Now for something completely different.
How about something as thematically far from Dota as possible? Something completely, adorable.
Are we announcing Point P2 right now?
Point P2 happening right now, downloadable.
Cat Quest?
Here's a palate cleanser, guys. Roll it.
Oh no. No. There are too many of these.
I have to admit something. When I saw this in the script, after we'd done Too Hot to Handle, I'm like, Wild Things, is this the Charlie Sheen movie becoming a game? And I'm like, you said completely different. I'm like, how risque are we getting? I'm like, no, we're going to Wild Things Animal Adventures. All right.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for these types of games where it looks like it's a match 3 and then you beautify your area. I love these kinds of things.
Look how cute that elephant is.
Yep.
Now, what's cuter, Point P or the elephant?
Oh, man.
Poll in the chat, guys. Come on.
Poll in the chat.
No, the Wild Things are in trouble, and they need your help, guys.
In Wild Things, you help these cute beasts restore their wildlands by playing games and rebeautifying and restoring their environment to health.
And who wouldn't want to help out these adorable little creatures? Help them save all kinds of places. Lush forests, tropical islands, and icy terrains, and they need your help very soon.
Very soon, yeah, because you can download Wild Things on Netflix later this month. I feel like we need a calendar. Should we get a calendar?
I was gonna say,
now?
Point P today, later this month, Wild Things.
Yep.
August.
Dota, August, Cuphead. And then who knows what's beyond that. All right, well, next up, an animated series based on an absolute gaming icon.
That's right, we're talking about Sonic Prime. And we've got some very exciting news from some of Sonic's friends. Let's check it out.
Whoa. Sorry, Big. Sorry, Froggy. Can't chat. Gotta go help our friends.
No problem, Sonic.
I know what you're thinking. I'm good. And powerful, apparently. Jealous?
Sonic has had a big year.
He's got a schedule. He's got no time for anyone.
I mean,
gotta run.
how could you have time when you've got the movie, the new game, Frontiers, is coming out later this year,
He's
and
got
now
his agent on the phone.
Sonic Prime. I mean, Sonic's a pretty big deal these days.
Absolutely. Sonic Prime is the hedgehog you know and love until an incredible twist thrusts Sonic into a new adventure.
The new series features a reinvented cast and Sonic like you've never seen him before, where the fate of the multiverse rests in his gloved hands.
This time, Sonic's adventure isn't just a race to save the universe from Dr. Eggman, it's a race to save, dun dun dun, his friends.
Honestly, I think Sonic's kind of taking his friends for granted, if I have to be honest with you.
Ooh, that's a hot topic. I mean, how could you take Big the Cat or Froggy for granted? I mean, come on, Sonic.
We're getting into Froggy, wow. We're getting deep into Sonic lore. All right, well, we're gonna find out what happens to Sonic, Froggy, and all his other friends when Sonic Prime debuts only on Netflix.
Okay, so back to the games. We debuted some today based on Netflix shows, saw some fresh ideas from brilliant indie studios. I mean, what's next, Jeff?
I think we're gonna take a look at a few games you may recognize that are making their mobile debut only on Netflix. First up here is Raji, an ancient epic.
In this game, you play young Raji, chosen by the gods to stand against a demonic invasion.
Her destiny? To rescue her younger brother and face the demon lord. Everyone say it together with me. Mahabalasura.
Whoa.
Yeah, see? That's the toughest word of the show, guys.
It's gonna be a blast to play, coming from Notting Head Games later this year. Mark that calendar. Now let's take a look at another celebrated indie coming soon to Netflix. This is Spiritfarer.
Yeah, I was wondering, this is not a new game. This is actually kind of old now. Wait, where are you taking that hedgehog?
All the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen.
Looks nice.
That was so much to unpack. It started with like, oh, okay, cool, it's crafting, and there's mining, there's building involved. Oh, okay, it's like got some 2D scroller type of elements to it, and then it's like, learn to say goodbye.
Yes, death is a theme in this game, which came out a couple years ago on Xbox. This developer, Thunder Lotus Games, is up in Canada, and it's a beautiful game, as you said. Like, there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot deeper than you'd think. Spiritfarer is the coziest, sweetest game about, yes, dying, now available for the first time on mobile. I never thought I'd ever say that.
That's a really good way to describe it, my gosh. You play as Stella, ferry master to the deceased, a spiritfarer. Build a boat to explore the world, then befriend and care for spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife.
Yeah, there's so much going on, as you said, in this game. You can spend relaxing quality time with your spirit passengers, create lasting memories, and ultimately learn, as the trailer said, how to say goodbye.
That's so deep. My gosh.
It's a beautiful game, very thought-provoking, and has never been on mobile before, but now it's going to be.
There you go. It's such a unique and creative concept for a game. So no wonder it's been so popular. I'm gonna stop sleeping on it and I'm gonna play it.
Okay, well, if you're looking forward to Spiritfarer, like Mari, let us know over on Twitter at Netflix Geeked.
It is so exciting to see all of these legit mobile games. I mean, how crazy to go from mailing DVDs to getting video games on your mobile device. I mean, what a glow up Netflix has had.
I know, it makes you think, like, what's next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is next?
Well, now we're going to head on over to Wallachia for a very special Geeked Week announcement.
Don't listen to her, Richter.
I have no choice.
There's always a choice.
I'm sorry, Richter. He knows you kill vampires.
But I pray for you.
I'm so sorry.
So part of you has died.
We're looking for someone called Belmont.
Oh.
Castlevania's back.
Did I hear Richter?
Yeah, I think you did. I mean, I feel like Castlevania really was the OG Netflix gaming show, if you guys remember when that started.
It sets the bar.
Exactly, an incredible.
And so high.
Exactly, an incredible franchise we all know and love from our childhood, done so well on Netflix. And now Castlevania Nocturne is the new Castlevania series from showrunner Kevin Coldy.
It'll focus on Richter Belmont, a descendant of Trevor in Sypha and Maria Renard during the French Revolution.
Castlevania Nocturne is currently in production, but be sure to get all the latest updates on that new series right over on Twitter at Netflix Geeked.
My gosh, we're good.
Simpatico. All right. We have covered so much today, Mari. Does that mean we're like at the end of the show?
I don't know. Don't say it's so, Point P.
I was going to say, there may be a Point P surprise, right?
Yeah, there's a ton more coming, though, actually.
That's right. Hard to believe, but by the end of this year, there will be over 50 different Netflix games.
So many games. I mean, games on top of games on top of games. It is so exciting, and here's a taste of everything else coming our way.
Okay. So here's just everything else.
Take one.
Was that Hello Kitty?
Wow, it's amazing in a year how far Netflix, even half year really, how far Netflix has come. And I was excited to see a lot of those indie announcements today. Clearly games are gonna be a big part of Netflix moving forward, and also gaming series. So we had a jam-packed day. I can't imagine what Geeked Week 23 is gonna look like if we're on this kind of clip.
No, it was a lot today. It was, and so much to look forward to as well.
It was, and while you're waiting for all of the new ones to drop, there are tons of free games for you to download right now, such as
Point P.
See, guys, we're driving record number of Point P downloads. All right. Well, I'm going to do that right now because that, folks, is our show, and that's Geeked Week almost. There's still a little more, right?
Yeah, that's right. Don't go anywhere because even though the debuts are done, we're finishing Geeked Week with a bang, of course.
Up next, the cast and creators of the Cuphead show are doing a table read of a brand new episode which hasn't even hit Netflix yet. Another Geeked Week exclusive.
This can be fun.
We're gonna be watching that for sure. And then we have the star of Resident Evil live at the Twitch Gaming Gathering, so don't miss that.
Well, that's really fun down at Summer Game Fest. And to top it all off, back here at noon Pacific, join us for a live episode of the Geeked podcast.
That's right, hosts Princess Weeks and Tessa Netting, hi Tessa, will chop up the biggest news of the week and everything you might have missed.
I sure hope Point P's the big headline of that show.
It better be, otherwise we'll have something to say.
Absolutely. All right, so don't go anywhere, but we're going somewhere to download
Point P.
That's right. All right, we'll see you guys next year, Geeked Week. See ya.